I'll give you a heads up. All of my answers are going to be really vague.
And all lies.
The story that we were pursuing in Fear opened the door for more. It wasn't that the story was sort of customized for Morgan.
I feel like I slipped it on pretty easily. What that says about me. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not. This one wasn't a hard one. You know, it's been a real pleasure.
When Morgan comes across the Clark family, he does it kind of, piece by piece. He doesn't necessarily know that he's meeting a family. He meets them as individuals and gets to know them in very different ways and under very different circumstances. So doesn't immediately make the connections, and when the connections are made, they are kind of profound, really. But I could be lying.
Yeah, I mean, seeing the first dailies of, I'm trying to be vague too, Lenny and the existing cast, it is sort of a geek out moment. It is really cool, and it to me it felt like they had been living under the same sky the whole time. It didn't feel strange to me.
And that's really infectious. You know, Lenny brings something to this already amazing show. You know, one thing that, you know, the walkers are going to be a lot more prevalent in the show. You know, in past seasons of Fear, you know, we've had so much going on that the walkers always felt sometimes like a little bit of a secondary character, and now they're a bit more front and center. A bit more. I read the first couple scripts. I was so excited about it that I called Scott immediately and just said, listen, I love where the storytelling is unique, it's different, it's got its own personality, its own style, and I wanted to jump over to Fear as quickly as I could. I had even wanted to try to direct a couple, but everything I'm doing on Walking Dead and editing and then prepping next season, couldn't find the time to do it, but I was really disappointed because the scripts were so good, and the storytelling, and you know, with the original cast and Lenny and Garrett and Jenna and everyone that's part of the show, it gets me excited about it.
We did, you know, we kind of bounced back and forth from her wanting to be on her own, wanting to be with people, and that definitely follows through in this season, but at a much more extreme, sustained level. It's exciting this season. We get to play with time a limit. That I've been told I can say. So we get to see these characters in different circumstances sometimes, and in different emotional places that contrast one another. So we kind of, we do get to see an extension of that.
It's everything that you've loved about the show, with these new ingredients, with these new people. They're in a very new situation, and the characters themselves have a great deal of new relationships going on between them. It isn't things have evolved between the characters. Enemies have become friends. People who maybe weren't in charge or somewhat more in charge, and they find themselves in very different situations.
End of last season, everyone said we don't know where they are, but also on a personal level, relationships were fractured. People weren't in the best place. So really, this season is all about a journey from isolation to community, and it's about people in a very bleak and dark world trying to find just that little shred of hope that gives them the thing to keep on fighting.
You started this season with an idea, an emotional story that we wanted to tell that honors everything that's happened in the first 3 seasons with these characters, but also takes them to new emotional places. And Morgan's journey on The Walking Dead, kind of when we started to talk about the journey of these characters, it just lined up in a way that became undeniable that he should be part of the fabric of the story.
SHAWN. So this season has offered him a new possibility to be a part of something, whether it's building community, it's not being on just about Victor Strand for the first time, to be a part of something bigger. And that's what I think the message is about, how we rebuild civilization. And we have to, use our talents, even the talents that may be seemingly nefarious at times, but to use it for the group survival. So he's trying and testing that out, and we'll see how that goes.
Are we going to see a lot? Are we going to see a lot of smooth Victor Strand? Or are we going to see a lot of
lifting his skirt, running for the hills?
Sure.
No, we'll see a lot of.
You totally have to put that in a script.
But I think we'll see a complicated version of Victor Strand, who again is reassessing this world, and how is he going to find his way in it and get to the top.
I think she's done being the golden child, done being the responsible one, having to be stronger than she really should be. And she's endured so much, so seeing her actually walk away at the end of season 3 was a big moment for her, and I think it showcased where she was headed, which was to be her own independent person.
I honestly think in this universe, there's no such a thing as being a villain. Coleman and I were talking about it when they say, "Oh, what do you think of the villain?" I'm like, "What villain? We all are trying to survive, whatever it takes." I mean, hopefully you can keep your sanity going, but you can really go to really dark places.
If you're going to kill, you might as well kill everybody. Seems to be his thinking. And if you're not going to kill, then you shouldn't kill anybody.
Right. Is he getting better at blurring the lines and compromising, or is he still kind of an all or nothing guy?
I think one of the things that's been really enjoyable about being on Fear is that exactly that, the lines do get blurred. It's a time now where Morgan's existing, and he's not friend of Rick, confidant of Carol, buddy of the guy who's got the tiger. He is...
that would be Ezekiel?
That would be Ezekiel. And, but he's now in a place where he has no history in Fear and to the people of Fear. And so he gets a chance to decide who he's going to be now. And that's been really exciting. I mean, I think it's one of the things that Scott says, like, when you lose a character in the show, that there are real world consequences because that actor is no longer around. And I think we kind of went at it a bit like you do in the apocalypse when you come across new people and you're in new situations. You have a choice, you either band together or it separates you, and it was really cool because, there's a good bunch of people. That's one of the things that's good about this universe, is that it's really cracking actors, but it's really cracking human beings as well. And we all kind of, pitched in, saw what the issues were and tackled them and moved forward in the right direction, and it's been a joy.
And it's, believe me, terrifying to show up to a show of this caliber, kind of jumping on board, with not that much notice, and they were just so welcoming and lovely, and luckily I was, dropping into a character that I really love and respect. So.
Like the amount of Epsom salt that I have in my bathroom, next to my bathtub. I'm doing as many of the stunts as I can, and I was a professional dancer my whole life, so I'm pretty capable physically, and I really, really enjoy stunts. Like, I think it's really fun. So I like to do as many as I can myself, and I've been doing a lot of them, and between the stunts, physical stunts, and the actual killing of the walkers, and then the emotional journey of playing this character and her complexity, I'm very tired. No, I'm very happy at the end of the day, and I really enjoy a good Epsom salt bath.